So the question is, how is this channel going to grow? How are we going to turn a collection of internet do-gooders into a functioning business that can just tear through the bad guys like a bag of Lay's? Well, going to be by taking a relatively small amount of effort and doing the most we possibly can with it. I'd like to pitch to you right here and now joining the Wicked community as a lobbyist by purchasing a membership. Memberships are $5 a month. Not that expensive. But what do you get? Well, I'm going to be using that $5 a month to grow the channel, and I'm going to be using it as efficiently as possible. There's not going to be any fancy watches or cars for your old pal Jake. There's just going to be the thing that I take the most pleasure on earth with, and that is effing over bad guys and also helping out good guys. Here's what I can do with your $5 if you choose to give me $5 a month.
Private, electricity systems do the same kind of thing. And these are things that should be brought under public control. We have a question here from What You Can Do. Says, appreciate the super chat. Says, love the show. What's your opinion on contacting your representative to push them to endorse left policy? I mean, I think that, that's something that can be very viable. I mean, across the board, if representatives know that there's people out in the community who are watching their votes on certain things, that they're, that there's expectations of them to act in a certain way, that's something that's worthwhile. I think the most effective, though, is if you're doing that as part of a coalition or a group, right? I don't think it's wrong to necessarily do it individually, but, a larger scale strategy of pressure on congressional representatives like that stuff has like a lot of value. And like, look, we know like what the Democratic Party is. We know, where their positions are. But look at what happened, for example, with Brazil. Michael was not alone in this, but Michael Brooks made that a very big issue with like left progressive folks in this country. And you started to see things shift a lot with, elected Democratic Party representatives because they were being asked about Lula. They were being asked about Brazil. So they had this understanding that, there were people out there who were watching them and expecting them to act in a certain way. And that had effects in the way that, for example, in the most recent election, the United States posture to Bolsonaro's attempts to, deny the election results. That was a very, very different experience than what happened initially when Lula was falsely imprisoned, right? So, there's value in that for sure.
So with the money I generate on this channel, I will use it to grow this channel. I will use it to reach out to other content creators. I'll use it to grab their audience. I'll use it to direct us all, as the man stated, towards places where, towards points where putting pressure will be most effective. So if you've got it, if it's burning a hole in your pocket, consider signing up for the Wicked Lobbyist Club, also known as the Friends of Doris Leshevsky. There's also an added benefit that I threw in there last night, which is access to the document used to make this very show. If you join the club, you can see the show as it's being built. You can leave comments. You can desperately warn your old pal Jake not to do something as I'm writing a script. You can help shape the show as it's made. Of course, you can still help for free just by being here and talking to us live or leaving comments on the VOD. But if you want to affect it as it's being built, baby, become a member. What do you think? Was that a good pitch? I hope so.